Well, Ireland's Sam Lynch has been the champion of the men's lightweight single sculls for the past 2 seasons. He's gone on to the lightweight double sculls, so that again opens the door for these 6. In lane 2, Britain's Tom Kay. Well, Britain's greatest lightweight men's single sculler, of course, Peter Haining, back in the early 90s. Stefano Basalini is a man to watch out for. He won this title in 1998. This man back in the single, having finished 4th a year ago in the lightweight double. And Csaba Denes of Hungary. Very interesting. His ambition was to make the B final, but he's done better than that already. And then Lubos Podstupka of Slovakia, closest to you at the bottom of the picture. So just the order, it's Slovakia at the bottom of the picture, 2 from the bottom, Hungary. Peter Ording from Germany in that dark boat, 3 from the bottom of your picture. Then Italy's Basalini, then 2 from the top, Tom Kay for Great Britain. And furthest away from you, that's Bine Pislar for Slovenia. So fascinating contest. I guess we're going to favour Basalini because of his experience in this boat.
Yeah, Basalini, he was second last year, and he loves the single scull. He's a little bit of a crazy guy, likes to go off hard, likes to get out in front. But the surprise of this regatta really is Tom Kay, who's been injured, and Tom, the British sculler there, 2 down from the top there. He's delighted with his performance here. He really only got back into the boat a couple of months ago. He was in the double last year, and he was dropped from that. We haven't got it. Britain has not got an entry in the double sculls, the lightweight double sculls, which is a bit of a shock because it is an Olympic event which they would be trying to qualify. But Tom Kay has really laid it down here, and he's been sculling extremely well. He's very much his own man. He's the veteran in this event here. He's 34 years old, been 16 years an international, and here sculling very, very well there in lane number 2, Tom Kay.
In the foreground there, Peter Ording from Berlin. Well, as I said, he was 4th in the lightweight double sculls a year ago. 2 years ago in Lucerne, he finished 10th in the single and finished 13th in 2000 in the race in the non-Olympic regatta. So he's still got something to prove. And he's trying to do that exactly at this moment, Dan, by trying to get out there, give himself an advantage, and then command from the front.
Yeah, he's working very hard for this. You can see he's got a curious style there at the beginning of the stroke where he hunches his shoulder, his left shoulder, hunches up as he takes the stroke. You can see there's a tremendous amount of effort there. Basalini doesn't like to see himself being led there, so he's pushing on hard there at 35 strokes a minute and beginning already to make an impression there, even in this first 500 metres. And it's Tom Kay in lane 2 who is sitting in 3rd place at the moment and sculling very sweetly, very relaxed, his boat moving very nicely.
So Peter Ording, then Basalini. I wonder, you say that Basalini's happy in the boat though, but he must be awfully frustrated that he's got the likes of Luini and Pettinari, who are just the world's greatest act in lightweight men's double sculls, keeping him out of a chance to get into that boat.
Yes, I mean, the only thing he could do perhaps is to change into onto the rowing side and try and get a place in the 4. But I guess there are loners, and he's probably very much that. There are people who just like Peter Haining, just love being in the single on his own. They're particular people, single scullers, and this man here is a very effective sculler. You can see how he has that Italian style, sitting low in the boat there, driving hard with the legs, and then opening up the body towards the end of the stroke.
It's really interesting looking at the comparison there, Dan, between Peter Ording and Basalini, which you highlighted earlier on. But Ording looks he looks far less connected than Basalini.
Yeah, it's a less comfortable stroke. He sits more upright than Basalini. Basalini just does look comfortable in his skin, comfortable in his boat, just sitting there, just checking. Quick look to his left to make sure that he's on the tail of Ording.
And also going tremendously well. We haven't really given him credit there. Csaba Denes of Hungary, who, as I mentioned right at the beginning, this 26-year-old from Budapest who was 2nd earlier in the season at Essen, in Milan and again Munich, he made it clear that after a 2.5-year break, he was looking to get into the B final. So he's done tremendously well, and he's on terms with Tom Kay at the moment.
Well, he's leading Tom Kay at the moment and sitting there in 3rd place. But Tom Kay seems to be fighting back and already beginning to move back there on Basalini and on Ording. Ording now slipping back into 2nd place as Basalini mounts his challenge in this second 500. And look at Basalini go. Big finish there as his boat surges away. Oh, he doesn't like that at all. He's suffering. He's under a lot of pressure there as Basalini takes half a length just simply in the last 200 metres.
It would be great if Tom Kay could get a sniff of Peter Ording's discomfort, Dan, because he might then, well, in fact, he is pressing now, and he is closing, because he's now probably just half a length. Meanwhile, Basalini on his way to perhaps a 4th World Championship title, and he's got a length of clear water over Ording, who isn't making any impression. Tom Kay, though, moving up nicely.
Yes, I think it's very much Ording beginning to slip back as Tom Kay puts the pressure on him there. But Basalini is up at 36 strokes a minute, and he's just flying. He's just moving away all the time. But it's Ording slipping back, and Tom Kay in lane number 2 beginning to push there. Look at that accurate work. It's hard. It's very, very dynamic, this stroke of Basalini's. And he just doesn't stop. He's like a metronome. He just puts them in and really pushes that boat through the 1,000-metre mark.
Well, he shouldn't give it away from there. And Tom Kay with an overlap there on Peter Ording, then the Hungarian who slipped back to 4th place, and then the Slovenian and the Slovakian trailing at the end of the field. But it's just a question, particularly for the British fans, whether they can make enough noise to inspire Tom Kay to get that little bit closer. I really can't see him closing on this man, Basalini, but he should, or he might just get that silver medal.
Well, you talk about the British fans, but it's the Italian fans who turned out on their home water to see their first medal coming in now. He's about 2.5, 3 lengths ahead. Big crowd there for Basalini. First Italian gold medal coming up there on their home waters. And look at the reaction there on the back. But there is now Tom Kay. More pressure there on the German sculler Ording, who doesn't really seem to be able to respond there. Kay moving up now to 36 strokes a minute and enjoying this enormously. He is through. Tom Kay is through, and look at that, very nice sculling. He's up at 38 strokes a minute, and he's made a very early push there for the finish, right up to 38 strokes a minute.
This is terrific when you consider Tom Kay was winning World Championship gold medals back in 91 and 92 as a member of the lightweight 4. This is a terrific return, and he's taken a length and more, in fact virtually 2 lengths out of Peter Ording, who has got absolutely nothing to give. And Tom Kay's doing all his best work now.
He's up at 40 strokes a minute, Tom Kay. He is motoring. He will be loving this, because this is the first time since 1995 he'll be back on the podium. He will be loving this, and who will partner him in a double scull to challenge next year for Athens? But there he is, he's close right up on Basalini, who takes the gold medal. Tom Kay in 2nd place, and Ording, who was the early leader, comes in for the bronze.
That's a 1:43.04 final 500 there from Tom Kay to secure that gold medal, and he was easily the fastest mover. But Basalini, to be fair, class act, and gains his 4th World Championship title. Well, pretty impressive from Basalini, but I suppose, Dan, he's just going to have to wait and see if anybody falls by the wayside to give him a chance to go for the Olympics.
Yeah, no, I think he'll be staying in this single boat, because the Italian double scull are probably the class act on this regatta circuit.